We're divorce attorneys, and we just watched All's Fair, episode 9, the season finale. And our outfits are actually inspired by Kim K, because this is exactly how I would show up to court for my meetings, for mediation.
I mean, don't we have mediation right after this?
Yeah.
You're not going to change, are you?
No, of course not. Even though we have a very prestigious judge coming into our office, and I'm going to be like this.
Of course. Very Kim K lawyerish.
I know.
Too much. But hey, it's the season finale, so, you've got to try things. So, this episode, not much legal again, but even less legal than the other ones. It starts off with Carr sitting, talking to her psychologist, and basically saying that she wants to plot some sort of vengeance and pretty much sounds like she wants to kill them all.
Her notebook with the final revenge. I'm just like, girl, I get it. They wronged you because they started a law firm without you. But the crazy thing is, is it really crazy?
Get over it. Move on with your life.
But what I actually thought about is it's pretty realistic, because we know those people that are so obsessed, even though it's been years and years and they feel wronged. I'm just like, get over it. But I guess, like Kim says.
But I think that the reason that they made such a thing out of it is because it does happen at law firms. Kind of like you mentioned, it's like it's happened to us, and you see it, and it's like just this continued, following of you, and it's like, how are you doing? And probably in different industries, and that's why they brought it. So yes, this one's exaggerated, but it is on point. So some of these things you see it, we live it all the time.
I know, but it was funny how she said how she imagines like all of the other attorneys, the Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash, strangling them or hanging with their Hermes scarves. I was like, well, I guess it's fancy, but still, I'm like, girl, you're nuts. You need to be medicated.
Well, the psychologist did say she needed to be medicated, and she was like, get out of my office.
Yeah, so her plan starts unfolding, and she starts with her first victim, which is Liberty, Naomi Watts, the names, but okay.
The names drive you crazy.
They do, but I guess. So she goes to her and, I guess really homes in on her already paranoia, how she's like, oh, I feel like an outsider. Mm-hmm. And I guess she really gets into that and gets in her head that they're all against you. You're never going to be one of them. With
the wedding planning, and it's like you should do things the way you want it. And she chose these hideous dresses that did look like Little House on the Prairie, and they all kind of made fun of her. Like, really, this is what you want us to wear to the wedding? And she took it so to heart. But I mean, if you're getting married, you want your bridesmaids to look nice too, and for them to feel comfortable, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, and this is the thing I didn't understand with Naomi Watts. Okay, I get it. It's your wedding. And even if you believe that this was cute and you wanted it, they're your friends. You know how they dress. Clearly you see how they dress. You really think they're going to like that outfit and not make fun of it. And she should have just been upfront with them saying, hey, I know this may be different, but this is the vibe I want.
Right.
And they probably would have laughed but understood and not been so joking about it. But she needed to relax.
But obviously they made that into a scene of Naomi Watts getting close to, Carr and saying, oh, okay, they start vibing and they start somehow getting along even throughout all their bickering that we've seen. It's like, oh, maybe we do have things in common. Basically these girls are constantly shunning us out and we relate. And so that's kind of where that starts, it sounds like.
I know. But what I did like with Naomi Watts is how the character, you see, unfortunately, her relationship did not work out with her fiance, and they ended up breaking up. But I really like that they focused on, I believe Glenn Close said it, I think it was her, who said 2 main reasons that causes divorce: infidelity and money.
Absolutely, 100%. We see it all the time, and I think those are pretty much the only things that cause divorce for the most part, are those two.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see it be like distance or something that it's always those two issues all the time.
Right. And then so they showed it with her fiance, how he was mismanaging money, made horrible financial decisions. That's why he wanted the prenup to protect her. And at the end, she just felt that he just wasn't being honest with her. And so they called off the wedding. So
yeah, he didn't tell her about all of these, financial troubles he was in. And she's like, if this is how we're starting the marriage, then let's call it off. And I think that's really important. And another quote that they mentioned that I thought really hit home is everyone thinks they're the exception.
Yes.
When it comes to get married, everyone thinks they're the exception, but they're not. We're getting married, and this relationship is different. He's not going to do this to me. She's not going to do this to me. We trust each other. Like, no, I get it. All these people get divorced, but we're different. No, you're not different. You're just like everybody else. Everybody thinks they're different, but they're not. And yes, maybe it's a little bit, maybe I'm being a little
jaded.
a lot of jaded. But it's so true. And nobody gets married thinking they're getting divorced. Nobody gets married thinking this isn't going to work out. And it happens. I'm not saying that there aren't relationships that do work out. Obviously, there's people that, get married and live together and happily ever after forevermore. But the majority of people don't. So I thought that was very, very on point.
Agreed. I think it was spot on with that
Yeah.
one. And so it was funny with Carr. So then she got Liberty on her side. She crossed her name from her little revenge plot. And then so they go into, okay, now we need to have a vote whether we're going to accept Carr as a partner. So
Right.
they all meet together. It's all official. They have Glenn Close, which I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, so is she a partner?
They
but
did.
I guess they did make her into a partner.
They did.
Right?
They made her into an advisory partner. So she basically said, look, I don't want to be a full-on partner. My husband just passed away. I want to focus on things that I want to find what makes me happy in life. And so I'm happy to join this firm as partner, but just advisory. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Sure.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
so then they vote in whether Carr should be or not, and they did it anonymously, which I think is amazing because that's super important because you should be able to cast your vote without feeling judged.
Correct.
And yeah, so it was tied 2-2.
Which I thought they were just all going to vote her in, to be honest. I thought it was going to be like a 3-4. I knew it was going to be some type of plot twist. And I think what really surprised everyone was the fact that Glenn Close, Diana, is it Diana or Dina? Dina, yeah. So she's...
I think.
Right. She's always been Carr's biggest cheerleader. She's the one that pushed them, give her an interview, give her a chance and everything. And then she had the dinner with her. And that's when she told her, you know what? You are crazy.
You're a snake.
Yeah. I can see what you're doing, what you did with Liberty, with the bridesmaid dresses. Like, I know what you're doing. And
You're poisoning the well.
Yes.
Basically, you're poisoning the well, and I am not about to bring the snake into this firm.
So now we know she was not one of the two that voted for her. And one thing that she did like that, again, made me think of, our own personal experiences, essentially, is what she told her is, I've always had a soft heart for you in a way, but I realized that it's pity. That's what it was. I felt sorry for you, and that's why I was always cheering for you, and I cared about you.
That's so sad.
It is. And the thing is, it's like we've seen that before with, other relationships we've had at the firm where it's you see that people are
spiraling,
unhinged, like Sarah Paulson's character, and you do feel sorry for them, and so you believe that, oh, maybe I'll be their friend, or maybe I'll be there for them, and you realize, no, you can't feel sorry for someone. Unfortunately, that's not a real friendship, to be friends or care for someone just because you feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she, realized it, like, no, you're just a bad person. And of course, so dramatic. Carr grabs her wine glass and throws it in her face. Love that.
That was a bit dramatic. I mean, it's an office environment and people do get dramatic. I don't know about throwing water in people's faces. Have you thrown water in anybody's face?
Yeah,
but... At the firm?
No. I'm kidding. No, this is intense. Yeah, no. I'm not throwing water or wine or anything into, other clients' faces or opposing counsel. Not the judge at a mediation. It's like, no. No.
I think the worst thing I've done is just like yell at somebody to get out of my office.
Yeah.
Like, that was that's what I was gonna tell. I was like, get out of my office, like now, like it just got really intense. But that's probably my most dramatic moment that I've had.
I know. I'm sorry to disappoint people, but our life is not the show. I think I finally realized what the show is. Not a legal drama.
It's not really a legal drama. It's drama.
Over the top. And I just really hope, and I know we said this in like the earlier episodes of our podcast, is when people watch this, they need to realize this is a show. And especially a Ryan Murphy show where this is over the top. Lawyers are not like this. We don't throw wine in other people's faces at the firm, and we're just not crazy. Or nor do we wear these beautiful outfits.
Gloves around the office.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is totally like an homage to Car. Car always has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she always has gloves on.
That's true.
Right on point.
And then this episode, you know, it just talks about the unfolding of her plan that, you know, Sarah Paulson has with all the people that she, you know, wants to get revenge on. And she started off with Liberty, and then her next one is Glenn Close's character. But the little bit of law that was in the episode, I think with Kim Kardashian, where she said, oh, we bill in 6-minute increments.
Oh, because she goes to talk to her and says, oh, do you have a few minutes? And she's like, it better be good because I bill in 6-minute increments, which is true. We bill at, you know, 0.1, 0.2. 0.1 is 6 minutes. So I was like, okay, like they spoke to a lawyer for a hot second, so that's good.
But I thought it was funny how, so Car, you know, the enemy, they always say it's the enemy. She goes to Kim Kardashian.
Like nobody ever liked her in the show. Nobody.
Exactly. And so she goes to Kim Kardashian and now starts trying to get her to turn her against Dina.
Her longtime friend, her mentor, her attorney who got her through her divorce. I mean, the one who saved her from all the detectives. So this woman that's been there for her all the time, and Car goes and basically tries to turn her against, and it kind of works. Like, she's like, oh, she believes her. I'm like, what kind of friend are you?
Right, so quick. I'm like that. First she was a little, no, and then, yes, you're right. Okay, so the person that you call psychotic, the person you say she is evil and no one likes her and all this stuff, you just believe her over your mentor? Like, come on.
Over your close friend who just lost her husband? And then they do this whole intervention on her to basically say she has dementia, that she's crazy. And Car brings in her...
the housekeeper.
Dina, the housekeeper, to show how unhinged she is at home. And obviously she was grieving and going through her moments, you know, with losing her husband. And she brings the maid, they keep calling her Esmeralda, but then they say it's Esperanza. I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, and then so she comes in with her you know, housekeeping outfit.
Oh yeah,
and then her Chanel scarf covering the bruises on her neck that allegedly, you know, Dina put on her. But I was like,
really?
The scarf, the Chanel scarf.
Okay.
I already would have been like, nope, she was paid off, because why is she wearing her uniform with the Chanel scarf? It doesn't even make sense. Like, it was...
Well, maybe Dina gave it to her.
It's the show.
It's the show. It's over the top. So, obviously, they all kind of turn against Dina a little bit. Not completely, but they kind of do. In my books, I think they do. It's like the fact that they just did this intervention, came at her, like, that's not right.
And with Car sitting next to her,
she's not even
next
to all of
her. Exactly. Why are you even there? And I really felt bad for her, for Glenn Close's character, because it's like all of them came and gang up on her when she's the one that gave you guys the opportunity to even start the firm. She gave you the blessing, and then she goes in to help Kim with her divorce, with all the detective questioning. She did so much for them, really, for all of you to just turn your back on her within like a day. Because yeah, exactly. I'm like, you guys are all horrible. I hope whenever she, you know, comes back or whatever, she just tells him, like, we're not friends anymore. I wouldn't be friends with them.
Screw you, yeah, basically. And then the ending, the dramatic ending, of course. The police come, the detective shows up, and they arrest Dina, Glenn Close,
right.
Out of all of them, for the murder.
Right, of the guy who attacked DC Dashie, yeah. It's like, with no explanation, it was just like, you're under arrest for the murder of this guy. And it ends, and I'm like, that was the finale.
That's it.
Yeah.
The end. The end.
So that's it for you guys.
We'll see what happens next, I guess. Season 2. Stay tuned.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.